Welcome back to another video, everyone. Recently, for some reason, I've been thinking about the 2010 cancelled Crash Team Racing game. You know, like we all do, right? Occasionally I just remember that this existed at one point, and every time I watch it back, I kind of just wish it actually released. Now, for those of you that have never heard of this, let's just go over a bit of background info before we look at the demo. It was being developed around 2009 by High Impact Games. Apparently, according to this website at least, it had employees that previously worked at Naughty Dog and Insomniac. The game was cancelled because this was around the time Activision purchased the rights to Crash Bandicoot, and I guess they said, nah. Now, we don't want another Crash Team Racing, we're gonna rework the game into Dreamworks Superstar Kartz. So if you've ever played Dreamworks Superstar Kartz, at one point that was supposed to be a new Crash Team Racing game. But we do have this around nearly 3-minute clip where we get to see them race on a few tracks, we get to see some of the characters, some new characters, and some of the features this game would have had. So let's take a look at it, because I would have loved it if this game actually ended up releasing. Remember, this probably would have seen a release in 2011 maybe? And remember, this was during the fucking nothing era of Crash Bandicoot. There was nothing releasing during this time. So let's take a look at this. There's one character that's brand new, Land Shark. Got Dingo Dial, of course, we have Polar, of course, and I love Polar's model in this, by the way. Land Shark has a pretty brutal kill animation. Dingo Dial gets to use his flamethrower. While driving, he just gets to use his flamethrower. That's amazing. Polar, look at that! Look at that! I like how we get to see all their kart flipping animations too. Let's pause it right here though. This is the mod kart screen. This is the main reason why I would have loved to see this game actually see a release, because we don't have anything like this in a Crash Team Racing right now. Don't get me wrong, you know, Crash Team Racing has so much customization with the kart itself, and we get to change the engine type, you know, speed, drift, and all that. We already have the customization to how the kart looks and how it plays when it comes to speed. But the whole thing with this game is you get to mod the kart itself to give you different advantages in the race. It looks like you get to mod the tires, the engine, and the bumper, and the one that's currently selected is Octopus tires. The suction cups on these tires allow for driving on smooth vertical surfaces. And I think it shows an example, right? So it looks like, you know, if you don't have this mod installed on your kart, you can't take that route. And it looks like it has like a little bonus Wumpa fruit or a crate. Couldn't see what they picked up there. But it looks like they have a reward, whether it be a crate or a Wumpa fruit or just something that you can get for taking that route, if you decide to take a mod that allows you to take that route in the first place. Yeah, it was a Wumpa fruit that they picked up there. Then they mod the kart engine. So we've got the frog engine here. Hop to new heights with this engine's powerful double jump feature. So yeah, you can just take completely different routes based on whatever mod you pick for your kart. And I like that, because in Crash Team Racing Nitro Kart, there are shortcuts, of course, and anyone can take them. I like the idea of being able to select whatever mod you want. You get to pick whatever mod you think is going to be most useful for you, and there'll be other races that have completely different setups and mods, and you know, you'll all have unique advantages. Certain players won't be able to take certain shortcuts, other players will. Those players are not going to be able to do other things at the same time though. I think it's a really cool idea that if we do see another Crash Team Racing game down the line, like a brand new Crash Team Racing game, which I think will happen, I think a feature like this is something they could definitely do more with, especially now in 2023, to separate it from previous Crash Team Racing games, because I think if they are going to do another one, we definitely need something more than just the same formula of Crash Team Racing and Nitro Kart. And then we get to see the Armadillo bumper. The bumper rolls into a ball that's immune to attacks when the brakes are applied. That sounds very overpowered, does it not? Surely maybe there's a cooldown on it or something, because if you can just brake and you become immune to all attacks, let's take a look at how that works in the game. Wait, no, that's so overpowered. That's so overpowered. There's no way. That's got to be a cooldown thing. If you can just break and then you get a shell, there's absolutely no way that you can just continuously reuse that. There would definitely be a cooldown on it. The electric eel engine. Surging with electricity, this engine shocks enemies on contact. The warthog bumper. This heavyweight bumper easily rams aside all other carts with its tusks. Okay. Crab bumper. This greedy cart bumper snatches power-ups and Wumpa fruit from other drivers. That's a cool animation, I like that. Oh, Dingo Dog got robbed. Oh, you can drive on water. The cars transform kind of like how they do in Nitro Kart when you drive on the anti-gravity sections. Did he just... That's like a regular crate, right? Why is that an... Oh, you've got the cast time ability from... Actually, I think it's in Team Racing and Nitro Kart. Oh, what was that? Let's take a look at that again. So Dingo Dial drives over this button on the floor, and it looks like when he does... Oh, it's an alternating path. So anyone going that way is just going to hit the wall if someone decides to do that. You know, like, this would have been a really cool little Crash Team Racing game for 2011, 2012, whenever it would release. I feel like it has a lot of cool ideas. The animations, first of all, for the characters and their little unique abilities. Like when Polar's cart transforms into the snowball, Dingo Dial flaming everyone. The animations are really cool. And the whole modding kart system is such a good idea. That looks like the drifting system. Looks like if you drift for too long, your tires just burn out. Like, look at that. That's such a cool animation. And that's a different one. It looks like there's more than just one that you get. That's a obstacle for the beach level. Gigantic whale flattening you if you're in the way when it happens. But that's basically it. That's basically the only footage that we have of this game and will ever get. Again, this would have released during a time where there was nothing happening in Crash. And for a little demo, I feel like there's loads of good ideas here that if they were able to continue working on this, I think we could have gotten a really cool game. I haven't played Dreamworks Superstar Kartz. I don't know if that game is exactly the same as this. I don't know if that game is the exact same as how we see it here. The mod kart system, everything, the shortcuts, all that kind of stuff. But I don't really care. I think it suited Crash. You know, we already have Crash racing games. And if they continued the vision of this game, how it is and how it was supposed to be with Crash, I think it would have been a really nice addition to the series. But anyway, that is the Crash Team Racing game that we will never get. Let me know your thoughts on it down below. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all in my next video.